months were filled with pages talking about lemonade stands, birthday parties, plays I was in, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Suddenly would turn to the back of the diary, where I would call it my top secret pages. Pages in case anyone ever found it. Would miss all the blank pages in between and not see the horrors of what I was keeping in the back of the diary. August 8th, 1997. It happened again, this time in his bedroom closet. I was upstairs watching the younger boys when I heard him coming home. I immediately climbed into the closet, praying he wouldn't come upstairs looking for me. It was too late. He asked the boys if they knew where I was, and they told him I was just in the room. He must have known I had been hiding because he began roaming the upstairs for me. He is like a mountain lion, looking for his next attack, never knowing when he will strike. The younger boys continued to play Nintendo, and he came back into the room looking. When he opened the closet, I sat as still as possible, but he discovered me. I couldn't outsmart him, he told me. He climbed in the closet and closed the door. He slowly began touching me, and I begged him to stop. Slipping his hands down my pants, he ignored my pleas and continued touching me. His hands are so rough and large compared to my tiny hands. I tried pushing him away, but it doesn't stop him. Instead, he becomes more aggressive. The closet was small, so it made it hard to fight him off. All I could hear was the sound of the Nintendo game the boys were playing in their room. They had no idea what was happening. I honestly think if they did see him touching me, they wouldn't think anything of it, since they are so young to understand. I knew I couldn't fight him off, so instead I held my breath and closed my eyes, hoping it would end soon. He eventually stopped when the boys came looking for me. He whispered in my ear that this was our secret, and if I told anyone, no one would believe me. The truth is, I'm afraid to tell anyone. I feel he is right. No one will believe me. I feel I will destroy this family. And I'm afraid if I tell anyone, I will be in trouble. I don't know what else to do. All I do is pray. Pray that someone other than myself will hear my pleas for help. I sometimes hope my mom will discover my diary and read this. Aaron. I filled numerous pages just like that. For nearly a year and a half, as this cousin of mine began sexually abusing me at Thanksgiving and Christmas. Numerous holidays. Threatening me, telling me no one will believe me and I would destroy our tight-knit family, that I had no proof. And it was in the spring of 1998, during my summer, or actually spring break, that my younger sister came up to me. We're walking up from our lake house, and she turns to me and says words I will never forget. She said, "Brian's gross." And that's all I needed to hear to know exactly what that meant.